Hello and welcome to today's twin flame reading for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine and the current union energy. We are kind of going into the post-eclipse, so there's a little bit of a winding down, some upheaval from all of that, and seeing what's next, what's in front of us, but also like getting to chill out a little bit, and still like remain structured, and maybe even probably actually going deeper into structure, and that's been my experience. So, well, I feel like there was something else I was gonna say, but yeah, I guess we'll just get started. It's going to be the beginning of a new week too, so just like feel into how the week is feeling, and how perhaps like a new chapter in a way is opening for you. So, and also if you recall any experiences from past eclipse seasons, there's summers and stuff. I know there's one for me from I don't know how many summers ago exactly, but probably 3 or 4. And I just have a very vivid memory of what I was doing during part of an eclipse and how I felt then and how I feel now. And so I can really feel into that progress, and also similarities, and just like uprooting things that don't serve you, and really diving deep into my consciousness, and visualizing, and like how the divine is really leading you towards manifestation in these times when there's that more potent energy, if you surrender to it. And that's always the case. It's not like you need to wait for an eclipse for something to happen, but it's just that this is just the energy. It's like, this is the nature of the wave, so what are you going to do with the wave when it comes at you? Cool. All right, so I've got 3 eternal crystal cards today, and 1 Moonology card to kind of wrap up that eclipse. So we'll start today with the Divine Masculine. Have some nice blue stones to kind of clear throat chakras with. Oh, and look what card it is. I had no idea, to be honest. So, communication, throat chakra, blue lace agate, number 6. That's really cool. I'm just wow, I put the blue lace agate on top of the blue lace agate, and I hadn't pulled that one out in a little bit, and I was just like so into where it was going, and really feeling this clearing of the throat chakra. Feels really peaceful. And of course, it's about communication. It's your throat chakra. It's about kind of clearing the sky. Think about, when it rains, and then after a while the clouds give way, and then the sun comes out, and maybe then it's, like a clear sky, like the next day or something, and everything's really fresh and renewed. And there's that feeling for the Divine Masculine here. And the question is, like, what are you going to do with this? So just like choose to receive and integrate this new level of peacefully. What did I just say? Integrate this new level of peace peacefully? What? I'm confusing myself. That's really funny. Well, like, you don't need to, like, I guess sometimes when something feels peaceful, but there's no tangible thing, or maybe not the tangible thing we were thinking would be achieved with this inner state of peace, that we might squander it, or you might just not accept it, or kind of even run away from it. Hint, hint, like running away from your twin flame. And so what I am really getting at here is just like accepting the peace, the new level of peace. You've earned it. Like, you don't need to have done something to have earned it. You're just, it's your natural state of being. So that's for you, and it is for your twin flame too. And so that peace, like every little iota of peace that you attain, which in truth is already just like there waiting to be uncovered, but it feels like an attainment most of the time, to me at least. And it's something that goes directly into your twin flame union. Like if you were putting that in the piggy bank or something like that, it's like it's a joint venture of peace. So it's safe to accept that. It's safe to accept the good that you're doing, not just for yourself, but for your divine feminine. In accepting this about yourself, that you are going into deeper peace, that at your core you are a peaceful being. Yeah, it's great. And as you go deeper with accepting this, it's easier to communicate. It's easier to communicate your feelings. I think that the DM is taught really often that his feelings can be dangerous. And yeah, I mean, your feelings are not dangerous. That's that's insanity. And I think that the DF, and oftentimes the block, is that her feelings are insane. So you can feel into, how you feel about that personally for you. But it's something to consider, that you may have something that you're clearing there. Or if you're the DF watching this, hold space for your divine masculine in clearing this just false belief, this pattern that would try to separate you from your feelings and try to separate you from your good. And it's just safe to notice when that's coming up in your consciousness and say no to it. Say go F off, take a hike. No ego here, thank you very much. And choose to actually feel your feelings instead. And it's easy. It's not something that is it shouldn't feel like a forced thing, I have to feel my feelings, right? You could just accept what it is that you're feeling. And that's where your peace is too, and accepting that even if initially it doesn't feel peaceful to feel something, when you feel through it and you feel the truth of a feeling, something might feel bad, but it's just pointing you to the good feeling underlying that. So yeah, it's just spiritual work, and feelings are very, very good compass for helping you accomplish ascension, basically. So let's move on to the divine feminine card. Okay. Ooh, nice rutilated quartz. And if you are hearing some explosions, well, we're still on the weekend over here, so fireworks, that's what that noise is. Home, root chakra, well, really rooting down. And this is very nice balance to the DM's card here, where we've got him kind of going more into that place of where expression lies within him and where feelings are. And that is in truth, very rooted down place. It's a very centered place. And so the divine feminine, her part is feeling into her home, her sense of home within, first and foremost. And sometimes it really is about just doing the things around you in your home, but that needs to come from a place of peace. And that's why it's so important to find that within, so that as you're organizing, or even just perhaps looking around your home, thinking about how you would enjoy, if things were you could also be thinking about moving somewhere, or just exploring the idea of the best sense of home for you and what that really feels like to you right now. And it's even okay to explore, there if you feel an upset, and get clear on, is this an upset like leading me to this, or is there peace underlying like what I'm feeling into about my home right now. And an example of that would be like, I want to move because my twin flame is close to here, but they're not talking to me anyway, so who cares? It's never gonna work out. I'm just gonna move. That sounds like an upset. And it probably, of course, everything in divine truth will serve you, and you'll experience some cool stuff wherever you go. Most places in the world, there's something really cool to be experienced. But if you're aware of this and you have awareness that it's an upset, then I really suggest healing the upset, because you could be guided to move. It doesn't mean that that would be the wrong choice in this instance, but if you were doing it with the motivation of just an upset, it's not a grounded decision. Or another way to look at that would be doing something off of an emotional low because you're feeling bad about where you are, and then not waiting for the the good feeling to return so that you can make a more balanced decision. And if you're not planning on moving anywhere and you're staying put, it's just about going deeper with your sense of home and exploring two past homes. And I noticed for me, just like little glimpses of things are coming up the last day or so, maybe a couple days, with memories of places I've lived, and just feeling into that, like what's the meaning there, because those feelings don't leave you, so you gain a lot in every living experience, and you may find yourself living in the same place for a very long time and really cultivating deep roots, and that's really cool. So if that's you, that's all good. You're just going deeper with what home means for you and what the divine really is calling forth from you in terms of how to live your best life in your ideal home right now, and also how to plan for the future. It's safe to plan for the future from where you're at. And if you find yourself really needing to work on where you're at, don't necessarily let that take you away from your dreams and aspirations for the future, because sometimes those motivations and those desires that you're tapping into are very powerful, and you might be numbing out to what you actually desire from your ideal home, and then you're just putting this settling energy into the universe, and this I'll just get this done right now and take from myself, and I'll never get what I actually want. And that's not healthy, and that's really detrimental. Of course it's detrimental to the divine masculine too, but it's not good for the divine feminine to feel that way and to think that way. And you're gonna turn into probably a moody bitch, let's be honest. Like, if that's, my cat just confirmed she's meowing. So you need to embrace your desires, and you need to spend some time just like getting clear there and exploring your potential. Do a Google search and look at some cool homes, even, for instance, and what it would take to attain that. And you can always reset from where you're at. You're never stuck forever, like in your career or anything. So just allow yourself to remain plastic in that place, right? Like meldable. I guess clay would probably be a better word than plastic. It sounds nicer, and I love clay. So yeah, just think of it like that. Very good. And moving on to the middle cards here. We have the Moonology card, and it says, take time to breathe out. Wow, how perfect. I feel like I just want to say thank you to this card, like, for confirming that. After the eclipse, like, and actually I needed to breathe out. I was kind of like taking in breaths, like during this whole reading. I didn't realize until I drew this card, and not really fully exhaling. And that feels really good. So if you want to take a moment to do that, if you haven't already, while you're watching this. And the colors here are really just like very gentle, and there's again that whole, blue theme. And throat chakra clearing, very throat chakra clearing. And breathing out, that old energy of feeling stuck in what you think you can attain, and the idea of home. Feeling stuck in not feeling your feelings completely, feeling stuck in communication, not being willing on some level to move forward towards your desires. You can exhale that's over, and you can go deeper into aligning your will with the divine will. And just choose to see what your next step is, and to give yourself complete love in this place. Good. So I've got one more card for the union energy, and it's Prehenite. I don't know, I get this card somewhat frequently. It might be a specific message for me when I get it, but right now it's also a specific message for you. And it says, release, declutter, heart chakra. So if you have stuff in your physical reality that this speaks to, you might look at that and releasing, and it's not just about knickknacks, although it very well could be. Not sure like if those thrift stores are back open, but if so, I know I have some stuff I need to donate as soon as possible. But anyways, it can also speak to fully releasing patterns, past relationship hurts, things like that no longer serve you. And when I say relationships, I usually don't just mean romantic relationships. I mean, like, it can be family relationships, friendships, anywhere that you've shared an emotional bond with someone, or at least attempted to, or thought you were, or whatever it may be, right? If it turns out that it's abusive or something, and it usually becomes pretty clear at one point or another. And so anyways, it's safe to just release that on even a deeper level, especially if stuff is just kind of popping into your mind, little things about a person or stuff from childhood, whatever it could be. Like, feel into that and let go of the stuff that that's just weighing you down, that's making you feel bad, And if someone tried or did abuse you or something like that, they're just like trying to make you feel bad, right? And so there might be a place where you're holding on to that bad feeling, and you don't need to do that. You don't need to accept that abuse. It doesn't mean like I guess it never happened. I mean, sure, in spiritual truth, like, all that's an illusion, but it doesn't mean that you need to gloss over something or spiritually bypass anything or whatever. But you have the power to feel good now. No one has power over you to make you feel bad. And so there's no reason to accept that, and there's no reason to accept that in your past either. And you may think that holding on to that somehow serves you or makes them feel bad in return or whatever on some level. And, that, what is that? Tit for tat, which is a very, like, ingrained kind of thing. What's that guy's name who does the stuff, like, even something, our zebras don't get ulcers? What? I can't remember his name right now. I'm gonna have to look that up. But, anyways, neuroscience can explain some of this stuff. But my point is that you can actually override these patterns they're not divine, like we can move past that. And then when you're not trying to do that and you're not trying to prove someone wrong or prove yourself right, and you can actually move from a foundation of peace, that's how you can actually establish, real progress. And again, it doesn't mean like you're not going to take action in one way or another if something bad has happened or is happening. Same thing just with clutter. It's like maybe you're not going to get rid of it right now, but at least if it's in your consciousness, then you can kind of get clear. Is it actually like, I'll just go so far as to say, is it abusive to have this in my reality? Like, does this feel bad to me? And am I therefore like perpetuating a bad feeling by just like keeping this in my reality when I could easily get rid of it or like rearrange something? Is there something here that I'm just allowing to fester, and is there a solution right now? Or, how reasonably soon can I acquire the energy or whatever it may be to, thoroughly clean my kitchen and reorganize it or anything like that. So feel into if this is more like inner or outer or both for you, and know that like in your own paying attention to this release and like what it is that you're being asked to fully release so that you have more room for love and peace in that place, that you're doing that for your union. And that's like why this came up for the union card and for both the DM and the DF. So yeah, very cool reading to start off your week with. Nice fresh start. Take time to breathe out. So just relax and enjoy your week ahead. Definitely subscribe if you want to get notifications. Well, hit the notification button too. Don't forget that part. And check out my links below. I do readings and I also offer coaching on your twin flame journey. So yeah, really good stuff, and a couple other resources. Have a wonderful day or evening, and I'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.